Do you think the fans will have some sympathy toward what he's saying and understanding? Because he will come back and play at Boston Garden the eve before Thanksgiving. That game happens to be on ESPN, just putting it out there for you.
Did you just ask if Boston fans were going to have sympathy?
The man's talking about the death of his grandfather.
But we're also talking about Boston fans, right? We're talking about Boston fans, and I don't mean this in a negative way, but they're of what have you done for me lately? Community,
yes.
Right, up in Boston, the great fan base, but very, very intense. I think Kyrie coming out and saying what were some of the things that he was dealing with, that's huge for Kyrie. Just to kind of give people a little bit of a peek inside, like, hey, this is what I was dealing with. This is why I might have been distant, or my emotions changed throughout the season. So I think that part was big, and I think it gives people a little bit more of an insight. I think that's more important.
I actually think Boston fans are just ready to move on. Like, he'll get booed when he goes back there no matter what, but I think they're going to be good, and they're going to enjoy winning, and they're going to enjoy Kemba Walker, and I don't think there's going to be big animosity there.
Right. All right, we'll have to see. You guys have signs in your hands because we're going to play a little bit of our favorite game at the Jump, BS or Real Talk, as we go through some quotes that have been piling up today on Media Day. Let's take a listen here. Kyrie Irving talking about his response to a question about the pressure KD felt during the finals to rush back, because we know, of course, KD had the calf strain, and that turned into the Achilles injury. Take a listen.
Even while he was injured, I made sure that he knows that he has our support 100%, that there isn't going to be any pressure from any of us at any time, and I will make sure of that because I've been in that same position. We all know K was not ready to play in that environment. We all know that, whether people want to admit it or not. He was out 31 days, and we put him on a national stage on the finals to end up selling a product that came before the person Kevin. And now I'm here to protect that. I'm going to be a protector of that all throughout the year and not allowing anyone to infiltrate that circle of, hey, K, do you. I'm very patient. I'll be over patient with Kevin because I don't want anything like that to happen to anyone again.
So Kyrie Irving very protective of Kevin Durant. Do you guys think that's BS or Real Talk, him saying that it was the pressure to sell the national game that got Kevin back on that court and that he's going to make sure nothing like that happens again this season? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I believe that he believes it, and I don't necessarily believe there was like a big capitalist conspiracy to get Kevin Durant back on the floor, nor do I believe that Kyrie Irving is the strength and conditioning coach or the head coach or the person who's going to make those decisions regarding Kevin Durant. But I believe his intentions are good. I think he's honestly concerned about the well-being of players and how these health decisions are made, and thinks that maybe this one backfired, and he is concerned. I think his concern's legitimate, so I'm going 100.
Yeah, and Kyrie's been injured, over the course of his career, so he's had those questions. He's felt that pressure from his teammates. Hey, how are you feeling? When are you going to come back? And so I think for him saying that is like, those words will never come out of my mouth towards Kevin, because I've been in that position. I can, even when someone's asking an innocent question, it can feel like there's a bit of pressure. And so I think for him to say, hey, Kevin, I will never ask you when you're going to come back. I want to make sure that you, and that's what I'm saying. If he's the best player on this team right now, for him to never say those words to Kevin Durant, I think helps Kevin go through his process.
Not only to never say them, but he'll get asked at some points in the season, and to just not. And he's saying right now, I'm not entertaining it. You can ask me, but I'm not entertaining it because I'm not going to accidentally give a quote that becomes a thing that becomes another thing.
Right. And Kevin was asked about Kyrie's quote when Kevin came up to the podium, because Kevin made such a big deal this summer about, hey, I don't blame the Warriors. This was my choice. I'm the one who decided to go back out there. So he was asked about what Kyrie said, and especially Kyrie saying he'd be there for him. Take a listen to that.
Look, I mean, when I went down, it felt like everybody wanted to put their arms of protection around me, from people I didn't know to, my best friend and Kyrie, So I felt like everybody was real protective of me around this time. And I feel like they will continue to be that way, especially involving my health. But I make my own decisions.
So there you go. And I know that's messaging that he wants everyone to hear. He is his own man.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For highlights and analysis, check out the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, check out ESPN+.